Iraq, officially known as the Republic of Iraq, is a country situated in the Middle East, bordered by Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, Turkey, and Iran. It lies at the crossroads of Western Asia and is known for its ancient history, diverse culture, and complex geopolitical situation. The capital of Iraq is Baghdad, a city that has been a major center of culture and politics for centuries. History and culture. Iraq is often referred to as the cradle of civilization because it is home to some of the world's earliest advanced cultures. The ancient Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians all thrived in the region that is now Iraq. The Sumerians, in particular, are credited with creating one of the first writing systems, cuneiform, around 3500 BCE. Babylon, located near modern-day Hilla, is famous for its hanging gardens, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. The region was also home to the Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known works of literature. Iraq's history also includes the rise and fall of empires such as the Persian Empire, the Islamic Caliphates, and the Ottoman Empire, which controlled Iraq until the early 20th century. Following the collapse of the Ottoman Empire after World War I, Iraq became a British mandate and gained independence in 1958, eventually becoming a republic. Saddam Hussein's rise to power in 1979 marked a dark period in Iraq's history, culminating in the Iran-Iraq War, 1980 to 1988, and the Gulf War, 1990 to 1991. Geography. Iraq is characterized by its diverse geography, which includes deserts, mountains, and rivers. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers, two of the most historically significant rivers, run through the country and are vital for agriculture and water supply. The northern region is mountainous, particularly in areas bordering Turkey and Iran, while the southern part of the country consists of vast deserts. Iraq's geography has made it a strategic location throughout history, especially in the ancient world when it was considered the heart of Mesopotamia. Politics and economy. Iraq's political landscape has been tumultuous, particularly since the U.S. invasion in 2003 that toppled Saddam Hussein's regime. The aftermath of the invasion saw sectarian violence between Sunni and Shia Muslims, along with the rise of extremist groups such as ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, which seized control of large areas of Iraq in 2014. Although Iraq has made strides in recovering, it continues to face political instability, corruption, and the challenges of rebuilding its infrastructure. Economically, Iraq has large reserves of oil, making it one of the world's leading producers and exporters. Oil exports constitute the majority of the country's revenue, and despite efforts to diversify the economy, it remains heavily dependent on oil. Agriculture, particularly in the fertile regions around the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, also plays a significant role in the economy. Iraq's economy faces numerous challenges, including the need for infrastructure repair, unemployment, and the effects of years of war and instability. The country also grapples with the challenges of rebuilding its healthcare and education systems, which have been severely affected by conflict. Religion and society. Iraq is predominantly Muslim, with the majority being Shia Muslims, followed by Sunni Muslims. There are also religious minorities, including Christians, Yazidis, and Mandaeans. Religion plays a significant role in shaping Iraq's culture, politics, and daily life. The divide between Sunni and Shia Muslims has often been a source of tension, contributing to the country's political instability. The Kurdish region in northern Iraq is home to the Kurdish people, an ethnic group with its own language, culture, and history. Kurds have long sought greater autonomy, and Iraq's Kurdistan region is an autonomous region with its own government and military. Tensions between the Kurdish regional government and the central Iraqi government in Baghdad have been a source of political friction. Current challenges. Iraq continues to face several challenges, including rebuilding from decades of war, improving security, and fostering national unity among its diverse religious and ethnic groups. Despite these challenges, Iraq remains a country with a rich cultural heritage and significant natural resources. The future of Iraq hinges on overcoming its political divisions, addressing economic instability, and ensuring that all its people have a chance to rebuild their lives. Gambia. The Gambia, officially known as the Republic of the Gambia, is a small country located on the west coast of Africa. It is the smallest country on the African mainland, bordered by Senegal to the north, south, and east, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. The Gambia is a narrow strip of land that stretches along the Gambia River, from which it takes its name. Geography and climate. The Gambia has a diverse landscape that includes savanna, mangrove swamps, and forests. The country's most prominent feature is the Gambia River, which flows through the country from east to west, providing essential water resources and serving as a transportation route. The Gambia's coastline along the Atlantic Ocean is marked by sandy beaches and a tropical climate, with distinct wet and dry seasons. The dry season lasts from November to May, while the wet season, which lasts from June to October, brings heavy rainfall. The climate is typically hot, with average temperatures ranging from 25 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, although temperatures can rise higher during the dry season. History and politics. The Gambia has a rich history, influenced by various African kingdoms and European colonial powers. The region was initially settled by indigenous peoples, including the Mand Inca, Fula, and Wolof, who had long established trade routes and kingdoms in the area. In the 15th century, Portuguese explorers arrived, followed by the British, who established a trading post in the area and gradually expanded their control over the region. The Gambia became a British colony in the 19th century and was used primarily for the transatlantic slave trade. The Gambia gained independence from Britain on February 18, 1965, becoming a republic within the British Commonwealth. The country's post-independence history has been marked by political instability, with a series of military coups and authoritarian rule. The most significant of these was the coup of 1994, which brought Yahya Jammeh to power. Jammeh ruled the country for over 2 decades until he was defeated in the 2016 presidential election. His refusal to accept the election results led to a political crisis, but he eventually left office in 2017, and Adama Barrow became the new president. The Gambia's political landscape remains a work in progress, as the country seeks to strengthen democratic institutions and promote human rights after years of autocratic rule. Economy. The Gambia's economy is primarily based on agriculture, tourism, and remittances. The Gambia is known for producing ground nuts, peanuts, rice, millet, and cotton, which are key agricultural exports. The country's economy has been heavily dependent on foreign aid and external financial support, and efforts to diversify the economy have focused on expanding the tourism sector, which benefits from the country's beaches and cultural heritage. Tourism is an important part of the economy, with visitors attracted to the country's warm climate, wildlife, and rich history. However, the Gambia faces challenges in developing its infrastructure and improving its overall economic stability. Society and culture. The Gambia is a multicultural and multi-ethnic society, with over a dozen ethnic groups living within its borders. The largest ethnic groups are the Mand Inca, Fula, Wolof, and Jola. The majority of Gambians practice Islam, with a significant Christian minority. The country's rich cultural traditions are reflected in its music, dance, and art, with influences from West African, Islamic, and colonial European traditions. The Gambia is known for its vibrant music scene, with genres such as mbalax and kora music being prominent. The country's food is also influenced by its diverse cultures, with dishes like domata, peanut stew, benachin, rice and meat, and fish-based meals being common. Challenges and future. The Gambia faces several challenges, including poverty, unemployment, and a need for infrastructural development. Education and healthcare are areas of focus for the government, as the country works to improve the quality of life for its citizens. The Gambia's political transition following the departure of Yahya Jammeh is still ongoing, with the hope that democratic reforms will lead to greater stability and prosperity. Despite these challenges, the Gambia remains a country of resilience and opportunity, with its rich cultural heritage and growing tourism sector offering promise for the future.